Podcast 947, Wonderlustful.
And welcome everyone to the MyMac.com podcast. And for this week, Apple announces to absolutely no one's surprise their iPhone probably event on September 12th. There's some stuff that's already known and likely there will be a surprise or two, but at this point we pretty much know what Apple's cooking. And before we go too much farther into the show, a real quick word. I'm very distressed by the news of Jimmy Buffett's passing. As many of you know, I have been a parrot head for easily much longer than I've been doing this show, and it makes me sad to know that this is now a world without Jimmy Buffett. But that's neither here nor there. I just felt like I had to say something about it. Let's go over to and do some fun stuff. What do you think there, Gaz?
I think we should. We should. How are you? Because you've not had a great week, have you?
No. I have not had a wonderful week health-wise. But fortunately, Tracy is back from Idaho to help whip me into shape. And I do have some huge news, and I'm going to reveal it here on the show.
Right.
And this will be a reason to actually watch. And you know, we say this a couple of times, but this week for sure, this is a really good reason to watch the show. And
right.
Gaz already knows, and some of you who might follow me on Facebook may know, but you may be wondering, Guy is still wearing that patch. Why is that? I don't know why, Gaz, because... Done. I need like stripper music.
No, you don't. No, you really don't need stripper
really don't.
music.
There we go.
Aye.
And the doctors tell me it'll take a while, but I'll be able to see out of it eventually.
They're lying.
They are. Bastards. Total lie. No.
Be incredible if you could, though, wouldn't it? And still take it. Now, what would really be interesting would be if, yes, eventually, Guy, you'll be able to see out of it and still take it out and put it on the shelf.
Yes. But as a matter of fact.
Now, that would be clever.
A day or two after I had it in, my neighbor's daughter, who's like 19, 20 years old, came home, and she was with her boyfriend, and he was like, "Oh, hi, Mr. Guy." And I went over and I said, "Yeah, look, I got my fake eye." And she was like, "Oh, that looks great." And I said, "Yeah, the doctors say I'll be able to see out of it eventually." And she was like, "Really?" I was like,
yeah. No, I'm lying to you.
In the meantime, her boyfriend is like busting a gut. He doesn't even know who I am. You know, he's probably wondering, why is this great, big, huge guy with that obvious fake eye coming over to talk to us?
Fake eye guy.
Fake eye guy. So, yeah, that was a little bit of levity. And I just thought that was pretty good.
Well, it's good to see your eyes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's still blurry if I take the glasses off. Everything is still all blurred out.
Yeah.
But no more patches, at least for the foreseeable future. Foreseeable future.
Very good. No, foreseeable. How many hours are you expecting?
Yeah, for the uno-seeable future. Yeah, that was actually an unintended pun, which are always the best kind.
They are.
How was your week?
Well, I think I mentioned on the last podcast that I'd been to Carfest, which is like a yes, I think I did. But since then, we've been on a Cotswold trip. I've been on lots of cycle rides.
What is Cotswold?
Cotswold. Sorry, I haven't. It's Cotswold. It's the Cotswolds. So it's a little for Christmas and a combined birthday present to Anna and myself. We were given a 2-night stop in a hotel.
Oh, nice.
down in the Cotswolds, and Cotswolds is part of the country where it's quite rural and very beautiful and nice and lumpy, and lots of people go there
Lumpy.
for holidays.
Yeah,
So
for the
that's where we
lumpiness.
went for the loveliness. Yes, and I've
No,
been on
no,
plenty of
lumpy
cycle
for the
rides.
lumpiness.
Lumpiness, lumpy. It's
Yes.
very lumpy.
It's so lumpy.
And we're going to Goodwood Festival of Speed. In fact, no, Goodwood Revival at the end of this week. So yeah, it's just lots of things happening as usual.
Wonderful.
You know
Just
me.
don't go to Burning Man. Don't do that.
No, I don't want to go to Birmingham. No, I don't want to
No,
go to
that's
Birmingham.
oh
Oh, oh,
oh
oh,
oh.
oh, oh.
Yeah, Burning Man this year was kind of a mess all the way around. It was a mess to get there. It was a mess during, and it's been a mess afterwards.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, some of the there was like some environmental protests that set up a roadblock on the only highway that goes in and out of the area.
Oops.
Yeah, and apparently the Nevada tribal police just brought a truck in and we're like, no, we're not playing that game, and just smacked the barrier and moved it right off the road.
Wow.
Yeah, they were like, nope.
Okay, with reference to your earlier comment that you made to me off air, shall I jump into Gazzy Snippets?
You should.
Bit delayed there. That wasn't the music's fault. It wasn't the application's fault. That was my finger's fault. You naughty finger!
How dare you?
You press it quicker next time. Right. A decade after a disastrous launch, Apple Maps finally good? The reason I brought this one up was I don't think I kept this on the last show. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But the reason I've got it on is 10 years. That's what I thought out of that. 10 years, Apple Maps.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
I use it all the time. It's fine.
Apple can keep App Store rules for now as top court spurns Epic. The US Supreme Court let Apple keep its App Store payment rules in place for the time being, rejecting an Epic Games request that it would have let developers start directing iPhone users to other purchasing options. We'll see what goes on there.
Yeah, as soon as Epic starts doing the same with their online store, I'll have a little more sympathy.
Yeah. Safari's bottom nav bar on iPhone is coming to Chrome.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Okay. Moving on. Apple supports right to repair bill in California. This went absolutely manic on the interwebs, and I saw lots and lots of links, and then I just popped another one in here. Apple formally endorses the right to repair legislation after spending millions fighting it. So I'm just going to leave those two headlines there because I think it's a bit of tit and tap. But let's say this: people and companies can change their mind and their ethics. Let's just say that.
Especially under rule of law.
Yes. It's not just iMessage, apparently. UK government could ban Apple security updates. This is hilarious. And the more this particular UK government stays in power, the funnier they get. And that's all I'm going to say.
Is anybody over there laughing?
Yes, lots of people are laughing. But they're laughing like this. Ha, 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 ha.
I'm sensing a bit of sarcasm in that laugh.
Yes. Here's the first sentence from that particular headline. Everyone in the tech industry face palms almost every time legislators try to pontificate on technology, but the British government appears to have been trying to set a new record.
Did you ever watch any of the Police Squad movies with Leslie Nielsen?
I watched a few of them many, many moons ago. I haven't watched them recently, I must admit. But let's not go
well, I'm
too
just going to
far
say,
down that
you were
avenue.
talking about facepalm. There was one scene in particular at a baseball field where like every single person in the stands at the same time was like slap. That's kind of the way that reminded me of when you were just talking about that.
Apple TV Plus. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just moving on. Apple TV Plus churn
You
rate
sure?
jumps to 6.4%. Well, this is just like every other online streaming services churn rate. So let's not just pick out Apple TV Plus, eh? Apple Pay is the 5th most popular online payment option worldwide.
Not bad.
Apple earned nearly $1 billion. How? In the last quarter, Guy? How do you think? Just give me one guess.
I'm going to guess from
1
the
billion.
little dimes that you put into toilets in order to gain access to them.
That's probably a business that we didn't know they were in, but it happens to be interest.
Oh, okay.
After years of fighting right to repair, Apple U-turns-ish in California. That was just a repeat of those other. I just couldn't believe how many articles I was seeing on that. Apple apparently leads the way in buybacks by far. See what that headline did there? Do you see what the headline did that? Yeah. So over the last decade, I'm just going to give you some. They're mainly US companies. It says the top 10 here, but let me just count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to go from 10th upwards. So buybacks, Johnson & Johnson, 60.4 billion. Berkshire Hathaway, 70 billion. Home Depot, 77 billion. JP Morgan Chase, 111 billion. Bank of America, 112 billion. Wells Fargo, 116 billion. Meta Platforms, 130 billion. Microsoft, 180 billion. Alphabet, 193 million. Apple, 621 billion.
So a little bit more than the other companies.
Yes, just a little. Apple One ad handwritten by Steve Jobs has sold for over $175,000. You people are silly that do that. Yeah. You really are very silly.
But you can't upgrade the storage.
No, you can't. Apple, no, that's the ad they bought. They bought some paper, Guy. They bought that and the handwritten ad and the actual ad itself. This is not an Apple One. It was the Apple One ad that was handwritten. That's how much they paid for it. I'm just leaving it there and moving on. The Apple chief, or not the Apple chief, an Apple chief security officer must face bribery over gun permits. Apple's chief security officer, Thomas Moyer, must face a criminal charge that he bribed California officials for expedited gun licenses after a state appeals court revived a case that was dismissed 2 years ago. Yeah. You Americans and your guns. It's just, I'm just going to leave it there.
Bang,
Why?
Bang, 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 vamonos.
Why Apple has, here we go. Why Apple has come out in favor of California's right to repair. I was going to read that, but I got so bored of all of the news articles that I didn't. And I went away and I enjoyed myself. New data shows Google and Meta Pay engineers earn. So hang on a minute. I've been too quick there. New data shows Google and Meta pay engineers more than Apple, but Apple more consistent and fair. That's why some engineers stay, apparently. Did you ever notice?
No, here, before we move off that's okay. Kind of an important point, because if you're an engineer for Google and you're working on some project, you've been working on it for a really long time, it's already been released, everything looks like it's going okay, and then they get bored with it and say, no, we're just going to stop doing that. Oh, and all you people that were working on that for all those years, good luck to you.
I'll move on. Did you ever notice any burn-in issues on your iPhone 14 Pro's display? Well,
on my iPhone, burning issues.
Yes. Yes, yes, burning. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
yes.
more needs to be said about that.
No, no. Class action lawsuit. Watch out for it.
Oh,
I love this one. I know we don't do in the snippets. I tend to do news articles and not rumors and forward-looking stuff. But this one just made me laugh. Here's what Apple's iPhone 15 Pro packaging might look like. Oh,
who
dear.
fucking cares? God damn it.
It did make me laugh.
I don't normally curse on this show.
No, you don't.
I
You don't.
actually go out of my way to not curse. But sometimes the things that people write, it's just like, come on. Son of a bitch.
Oh, dear. It did make me laugh. I knew
I'm
you'd
not
like
going
it.
to edit that out. I am
No.
not going to edit that out. Whoever wrote that article, you should be goddamn ashamed of yourselves.
I'm leaving it there. People can make up their own mind. Apple to buy TSMC's entire supply of 3-nanometer chips for 2023. Is that a surprise?
For?
I don't know. Do you? Can you guess? Do you think you can guess? Right.
AirPods. Got to be AirPods.
The iPhone 14 Pro Max is the best-selling. It's the best-selling model. Yeah, and they think that trend is predicted to continue. Wow, some of these headlines are just making me laugh more and more and more and more
and more.
A new ITV. That's the dun 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 diddle dun diddle dun. Now, only people in the UK will understand what I was doing there. A new IT survey finds that Apple deployments are tied to positive business outcomes. Yeah, there you go. If anybody watching on YouTube, well, obviously a lot of people are listening to this, so they won't have seen his guy's head drop into his hands. Oh dear.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to read.
See, we don't usually go this long in between shows, so there's normally not this many snippets. This week seems to be filled with articles from people who should have looked at what they were about to post and go, no.
WhatsApp releases redesigned Mac app with support for group calls. That was just, I thought, I've got to put something reasonable into these snippets because obviously there was an awful lot of just rubbish out there and lots of beta stuff. Oh, guess what's coming? So I thought,
yeah.
But then we didn't do anything. Guess what, Guy?
Tell me,
Apple announces Wonderlust event expected to feature iPhone 15, Apple Watch Series 9, and more.
Now, wait, hold on. You're telling this is like breaking news. You're telling me
this was
that in the month of September,
early September,
that Apple is going to have an event that is going to feature more than likely a new iPhone. Huh. I swear, these are the reasons why I get out of bed in the morning. That it's just like there's a snap. There's a snap in my day when I realize that Apple in September will probably come out with a new iPhone. Thank God these reporters have told us. Whew. I'm done.
You're done. Okay.
I'm done.
Apple's iPhone dominates the global top 10 most shipped smartphones list.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
What was that word again?
Which part? The Apple iPhone?
Started with an S.
Smartphones list. Shipped, I said.
Shipped.
I did say shipped. You weren't listening.
I was listening. It just didn't quite come out that way, guys.
Okay. At number 10, this is from Omdia,
Sure. Those guys.
OMDIA. Yeah, they're trying to make it look like a media, aren't they? But it doesn't say that. Anyway, at number 10, it's the iPhone 11 with this is the first half of 2023, 6.9 million.
iPhone 11.
And the iPhone 11
at 10. Oh my God.
At number 10, yeah. The next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in fact, are all Galaxies. The A34 5G, the A54 5G, the A14 5G, the S23 Ultra, and the A14. Going in at 7 million, 8 million. Go on.
3 A-series Galaxy phones that carriers basically give away when you start an account. Okay,
but and the numbers here are 7 million, 8 million, 9 million, 9.6 million, and 12.4 million. The top 4: iPhone 13, iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max at a equivalent 15.5 million, 16.5 million, 21 million, and 26.5 million numbers. Just it's brilliant, isn't it?
It is.
Apple has released an updated AirPods Pro 2 firmware. I don't have any. I don't know you get it. Good luck. That's all I can say. I'm really looking forward to Apple's TV Plus Epic Napoleon, as it's 4.5 hours long, apparently.
It's as long as he is short.
Very good. There's an unpopular opinion out there that iPhone colors don't matter to most people. Apple TV Plus removes 7-day free trial offer in the UK. All I can ask is, what have we done wrong? Apple officially kills off the iTunes movie trailers app and website, and it's now in Apple TV Plus. I think I might have mentioned that before. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Apparently, Google Maps is testing new colors that look a lot like Apple Maps. Well, and the Nashville police have used an AirTag to track down a stolen car, drugs, and more. The headline in that story makes me want to know, so what's the more?
Apple must have been illegal stuff of some kind or another. It's like, okay, let's make sure that we have an AirTag in the car, in the drugs, and this ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
okay,
that's the thing. That's the
thing right there.
Apple's stock has risen for the 6th straight session, on track for its longest winning streak since March 2022. You just can't make that stuff up for them, can you? No. Some of the Apple Watch bands are currently unavailable ahead of the Series 9 launch. That probably means they might not be available when it actually launch, or there's going to be a bit of a change to them. So we shall see.
I have not heard about any size changes to the 9. Anyway,
we'll see. We'll see. Apple Watch, a crash detection has come to the rescue yet again. Amazing technology that clearly impacted a person's life. This sort of stuff, I think, I kind of stopped reporting on it. But actually, the more people you talk to that haven't got this technology on their arms, when you start talking to them about it, they're just gobsmacked. So, tell people this sort of stuff's out there.
Yeah.
Now, this last one. And there's a lot of this on the interwebs, Guy, and I think we've got to change it. And it's a major price hike, again, rumored for iPhone 15 Pro models. And I hear a lot of people saying, yeah, they're just putting it out there, $100 to $200 increase. Yeah. So when it comes in at 100, because that's all that Apple's going to put it out there, then everyone's happy. I think we should start a trend. It's too late for this one probably, but for the next time, around, March, April time, we should start saying iPhone price reduction. iPhone
$700.
Yeah, and when they only come in at $200 reduction, we'll all be still happy. Yeah. What do you reckon? Do you think that'll work?
Well, except for the people that were banking on the $700 reduction that we completely made up.
Yeah, but if it reduces at all,
much different from the $200 to $400.
All we can do is just give it a go. So let's try it next year. And that is the end of Gaz's snippets.
There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, speaking of the September 12th event, that's kind of what we're going to talk about this week, Gaz. So, yay.
Yeah, you sound so excited.
I am
You
thrilled.
sound so excited you just can't hide it.
Well, September 12th is going to be a very busy day for me, and I'm hoping to spend part of it watching this event. But to actually talk about the event, I think I can say without fear of contradiction that there will be an iPhone 15 and 15 Pro at this event. What do you think, Gaz? Sorry.
I think that there will be an iPhone 15. Yes. What do you think, Guy?
And the Pro.
Well, is it going to be a Pro? There is some discussion now. It's going to be a Pro Max Ultra. There's some kind of discussion around them changing the name of the biggest phone. I'm not so sure. I think they're just going to stick to the iPhone 15, the iPhone 15 Plus, and the Pro and the Pro Max. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
And to throw just a little controversy on the fire, they'll do comparisons between them.
No. You're pushing the boat out now, mate. You really are pushing the boat out. I'm not sure there will be no comparisons between their phones.
They'll just say pick one. They're all the same. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Everything is wonderful.
The only comparison they'll have is, can't you afford a Pro Max? Well, we've got this cheaper one for you.
Poor little puppy. All right. New stuff. We have no real idea other than probably USB-C for connectivity and charging. And I would say that that's most likely going to be across the board. I don't care which one of those that you get. It will probably have a USB-C connector. I can't see Apple splitting Lightning and USB-C. Can't see that.
Not at all. The manufacturing process to do that would be too costly. So there absolutely no way would they do
that. Face ID improvements and an improved M series processor. That's me just throwing stuff onto the wall to see what sticks.
I got a feeling, Guy, that probably most of that will stick to the wall somehow. What I'm surprised at is you haven't put new cameras in there, though. I'm surprised at that.
Well, I mean, isn't it kind of like we took the cameras from the iPhone 14 Max Pro and put them in the regular iPhone 15? And if that's not good enough for you, get the Pro Max, which will have even better cameras than that. And I go right into DJ voice as I was getting to the end of it because I could not hold the Johnny Ive. Could not hold it long enough to get through that statement, Gaz.
Well, I think there's lots of talk about these telescopic ones, isn't there? What they call them, the telescopic ones? Can't remember.
Optical.
No. But they're using it because they're doing this thing where it goes down the phone or something. I don't know what the technology is, but Google phones have been using it for some time now.
Well, what we need is
you can get a bigger, longer digital zoom, not optical zoom, rather, not digital zoom.
Yeah, I prefer optical zoom if you can. Do it.
Well, we know that you prefer opticals, but there you go.
Well, optical, not opticals. No plural there.
Okay.
So the models, Gaz. 15, 15 Plus, 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max.
Okay. You've written something here against the Plus. Do you think that's going to be the case?
Specs likely the same as the iPhone 14 Pro. Yeah, I think so.
So what are you on at the moment?
I am on the 13.
Yeah, I'm on the 13. I'm on the 13 Pro, actually. Ooh.
Wait, hold on. Pinky raised.
Little pinky. Little pinky raised.
And that's how he
Am I
takes
on the
his pictures.
13th?
He holds it up and it's like, pink.
Pink, yes. And I'm actually coming off. It's funny because I got an email from my loan, because I got a loan on this, one of those interest-free loans that you get through
Yeah.
Apple and the banks that we get locally. It was Barclays, saying that your last payment will be adjusted slightly to because they never works
They're never
out the right
exact.
amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 pennies difference. So but that finishes, you see. So I'm thinking, ooh, 2 years old. Ah, I might need a new one.
I'm considering it.
I've got to see what they do.
Yeah. Because honestly, the 13 is just a kick-ass phone. It really is.
It is.
As far as some of the features go, if it's not going to be an M series chip in the iPhone, then it'll probably have what Apple will call the A17, and it'll have pretty amazing specs and naturally a better camera than the regular iPhone 15 for the Pro and the Pro Max. Now, what else? They may most likely, I see what you're doing there, Gaz. More than likely, they will also announce a new Apple Watch. The Series 9 will likely be announced at this upcoming event.
That I am excited about.
And it'll be the two sizes, which I think is currently at 44 and 47, something like that. No. What is the current size?
I'm not sure. Well, you carry on. I'll see if I can find it for you.
And then there'll be an additional size for the Ultra, and we're talking screen sizes and width and all the rest of that. The usual rumors of new iPads and maybe some kind of announcement about the upcoming M3 processor, but the September event is typically for mobile devices. So new Macs are not necessarily going to be in the cards. And
41 and 45.
41 and 45, those are the and okay. And then the Ultra is 47.
I thought that was 49. I didn't look at
49. You could be right.
I thought it was 49. Let me just go and have a look for you. Oh, hang on a minute. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. Let me just go back onto the site. Let's have a look. Let's see if it tells me, because it might not tell me. I might have to dig because there's no option. No, it's going to be in tech details. 49 millimeters. Yes, I've got something right. Yeah.
So it's 41, 45, and 49 for the.
But I was going to say about the Apple Watch, I heard quite a few rumors early doors, and I haven't heard anything since. So this is either Apple keeping it really quiet and doing a really good job on it, or somebody was trying to second guess. But that was that they might change the strap.
Ooh.
They might make a magnetic strap on the Apple Watch to move forward, because
that would be a big deal.
Because that would help them in terms of the thickness of the watch as well, possibly. But I haven't heard any changes to that. That was kind of a really early rumor, which I've not heard since. So we shall see. But I am looking forward to the Apple Watch 9. If you remember, I went down to the SE last time.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I don't like it because of the composite back that's got on it, and it's not so good because I'm always changing the straps, like a lot of people got all the straps, and initially you change them because it's good fun, but actually I do have a bit of a sports strap, and then I've got an everyday strap, and I always swap it once I've been doing stuff in the garden, or being out on a bike ride, or doing a bit of exercise, and I always want to change it back, and then I clean my strap because there's lots of bugs on it. If you remember that story.
You outdoor people.
Yeah, if you remember that story.
Yes.
Anyway, I do change it a lot, but the composite back is not as good for doing that. And I kind of like the ECG functionality, and I think the newer phone is the always on one. So that's from the Series 8. I think it might even be the 7.
I'm on a 7 and it doesn't do that.
No, so it must be the 8, and also there's the oxygen level. So I got a feeling that
That is on the 7. That is on the 7.
Yeah, and I think I'll be right. So, but I don't know whether the SE has it. You see, so
Okay.
on the newer version of the SE. So I think I will be upgrading my watch this year. I've had this it's the SE, because I had the 4 and I had that for 2 or 3 years, and then I went for this one. But so I've only had this a couple of years.
Have you ever used the EKG function on it?
I did ECG. Yeah. Yes.
I had forgotten
not on the SE.
Oh, it's not on the SE.
But on my previous one, yes, I did. Yes, I used to use it.
That blew my mind because I was looking for something else, and it was like, oh yeah, it does that. And then I tried it, and it was like, oh, that is just so cool. And I said it just like, that's so cool. I really like that.
I forgot I got that on my watch.
Which way did he go, George?
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so more than likely no new Macs, but possibly new iPads of some kind or another.
Do you think there will be iPads, or do you think they'll leave that for just a named event later on in the year, just to give more kudos around Apple, just more free advertising?
I think it depends on how much they want to push new features from the iPhone 15, because this year, with the introduction of USB-C, which they're going to make a huge deal out of, I don't know if there's going to be, it's the USB-C connectivity, new cameras and stuff. There's always stuff that is just kind of thrown in. So if they want to push really hard on the new stuff, then they may just do the watch and the phone, and bring out all the engineers and stuff from various parts of the company, and we'll see where it goes from there. I hear Wolf.
Yeah,
Wolf is not a happy puppy.
No, he's barking at something, but I don't know what it is he's barking. It could be a squirrel he's seen in the garden somewhere. So. Yes, are you? Are you really nodding your head? You best hit the music then.
I my head so hard.
Hit it. Gaz's tips.
Mostly.
Gaz's tips.
Mostly.
Gaz's tips.
It's time for
Gaz's tip.
Okay, folks, less a tip, more a reminder about something you can do on your iPhone. And I think you can do it on your iPads as well. Swiping. Somebody was doing it on an Android phone or something the other day, and they went, you guys can't do this on the iPhone, can you? And I went, no, yes I can, and I did it, and I showed, and they went,
dirty person.
They went, oh right, okay. So a reminder,
we'll
folks,
have to look for something else.
If you like to do your swipe style, you can actually do it on your iPhone as well. So I think it's been since iPhone 13, actually, the iOS 13, not iPhone 13, but iOS 13. So you just drag and you do. And I still think it's incredible that it's second guessing where you're going to stop. Of course, that's the thing. Yeah. Anyway, that was it. It was more a reminder than a tip.
Okay.
Hit it. That's the end of Gaz's tips. That's the end of Gaz's tips. That's the end of Gaz's tips.
Is that the end of the tip?
Will you let me finish?
Gaz, you are absolutely right.
Okay.
I must admit, there are times when I'm thinking that says Gaz's tips. Gaz's tips. And I'm thinking, that's rude.
It is. That's not what
I'll leave it there. Let's move on.
Okay,
if you heard it as what you think you heard it as, then that's fine. We'll move on.
We're going to move on.
I know Carl's laughing at this point in time, so we'll leave it there.
If you can, please go on over to Ukrainian Red Cross, Doctors Without Borders, and
no. You've not read the show notes.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Are you sure?
Oh no, you carry on.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. No, I made a mistake. You carry on.
Ukrainian Red Cross, Doctors Without Borders, two excellent organizations to give whatever spare cashola that some Australian didgeridollars or whatever the currency of your choice is that you may have, send it to them. It's a good cause, and they'll do stuff with it that's good. Now, I do not have a for pick's sake, Gaz. Do you?
I don't, but I do via another person.
Ooh,
So
tell me.
good friend of us both and good friend of the show, Mr. Gary Apter, sent
Who
me
I
an
saw
email.
in Boise when I was.
You sure
just
in
out there.
Boise? You sure, Mr. Apter in Boise? Anyway, he said, Gaz, I just did an update of Mac OS and I was trying to clean house a bit. Ongoing and scrolling through my applications, I noticed monolingual. Now, the space savings wasn't huge for me, but how many listeners even know of it? Thought I'd secretly share it with you for what are you laughing at, Guy? Guy,
Just
what's
thinking about last week's show, mononucleosis, and some of the other things.
Oh, right. He says, I thought I'd secretly share it with you for consideration as a Gaz's tip, perhaps. No, I think this is a Gaz's pick sake. There are other utilities out there that seek out duplicates, etc. I'm scanning for duplicate images right now, and he sent it through. So monolingual, go and have a look for it. There are other duplicate applications available to you, but if you don't have any, then one is good. Two is too many.
Yeah, probably.
So thanks, Gary. Yes, I didn't do it as a
Thank you,
tip,
Gary.
but I've done it as a Gaz's pick. Because Mr. Apter, you're a kind of Gaz as well. So, I'll let you in just this once.
Just one time.
Just one time. One time.
Yeah, you have some other feedback though, don't you?
Oh, I do. Do you want it now, baby?
Actually, give me just a second.
Give you just a second.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Edit point.
Edit point. Edit point. There you go. Big clap.
Guy, I have a chicken-proof lawn. It's impeccable. Guy and Guys on the MyMac podcast show.
Okay, sorry. God damn it.
Not long now, and you can lay down.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Just got to remember to edit all that out. My ass hurts because I took a big shit today.
Look, if you're going to edit that out, why did you need to tell me that?
I don't know. It just seemed like I had to emphasize the fact that I needed to edit it out.
Okay. So here's edit point clap number 2.
Okay.
You're right, Guy. I do have some feedback. I completely forgot. Now, Mac Jim, right? There's a number of jokes that he'd sent me previously. I'm going to go through them all now because, I can't keep delaying it. And the guy sent them in, but he also sent some more in last week. So this little section, I'm going to call it the Mac Jim section. So here we go.
Mac Jim corner.
Yeah, Mac Jimmy corner. Here we go.
I shot a man with a paintball gun just to watch him die. MyMac podcast with Guy and Guys.
Number 2. Number 2.
I tried calling the tinnitus helpline, but I got no answer. It just kept ringing out. MyMac podcast show with Guy and Guys.
I didn't catch that.
Okay. Well, people with tinnitus hear a lot of ringing.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I sued the airline for losing my luggage. I lost my case. Guy and guys on the MyMac podcast show. I got my wife a new fridge. Her face lit up when she opened it. Guy and guys on the MyMac podcast show. I looked up opaque in the dictionary. The definition wasn't very clear. MyMac podcast show with Guy and guys.
Could go a lot
And there's
different
more.
ways
Come
with that
here.
one.
And there's more. Come here.
Guy, I have a chicken-proof lawn. It's impeccable. Guy and guys on the MyMac podcast show. Guy, the first restaurant to open on the moon. Great food, but no atmosphere. Guy and guys on the MyMac podcast show.
Oh my
Did you get that
God.
one? Did you get that one,
Yes.
Guy? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I ate a frozen apple. I'm hardcore. MyMac podcast show with Guy and guys. I'm pining for a good tree pun, but I wish they were more popular. Guy and guys on the MyMac podcast show.
Okay, that one I didn't.
Okay.
get.
Poplar is a tree type
Yeah.
in the UK, right? Do you want to hear it again? Now you know
No,
that.
Can you translate it from?
No, I'm gonna do it
Scottish
again.
to-
I'm pining for a good tree pun, but I wish they were more popular. Guy and guys on the MyMac podcast show.
He was looking for a good tree pun.
Okay.
Right.
I have an Elton John pun for you. It's a little bit funny. MyMac podcast show with Guy and guys.
Kaboom! Hits it out of the park. and the last one for this Mac Mac Jim corner.
Not all math puns are bad, just some of them. MyMac podcast show with Guy and guys.
Thank you, Mac Jim.
Thank you,
you know,
Jim.
you've probably already had a wooty. You probably deserve more, but well, tough. You're not going to get one. But thank you so much. That was great. We love all of those.
I'm almost positive I've made one for him. If I haven't,
Oh,
Jim,
I'm
shame
no-
on me.
No, I'm
and
sure you
let me
have.
know.
I'm sure you have. But but thank you very much for sending all those in, Jim. Superb.
So good. Okay. Well, we're going to go right from the Mac Jim corner to begging for money. If you would like to help support the show, you can do so by going to our Patreon. As his voice raises up 14 octaves. And that would be patreon.com/MacPettit. You can also buy us a coffee at coffee.com, ko-fi.com/MacParrot, or pay a pal, Gaz, at paypal.me/MacPettit. Now, if people wanted to contact us and say, we're going to send you a whole bunch of audio files where we make fun of you, because that's just unprecedented on this show.
Yes.
How would they, we used to do you remember when we used to, people who are like longtime listeners to this show will remember that we used to have 3 sections to the show. There would be, the opening section when Gaz and I would just kind of shoot the breeze. And then the second section, there'd be like an ad or a podcast, listen to this show kind of thing. Then the second part would be whatever the serious topic was. And then
Serious.
another one, so serious. And then another one talking about, going away and goodbye and all the rest of that. But there would be ads and bumpers just before we came back out of the break for each one of those. And we have got a library of hundreds.
As long
of
as your arm.
bumpers. As long as and I've got some long ass arms. And they were all wonderful. And there's absolutely no reason, even though we don't really use bumpers anymore, that you still can't insult us in any way, shape, or form that you see fit. And we will play it as long as it's clean, because, we don't curse on this show, Gaz.
Not normally.
Not normally. We don't normally curse on this show. So if you're going to do something like that, please don't curse. Leave that for me getting exasperated by something in Gaz's snippets. And the way that you would do that is, Gaz, tell them how to contact you.
Ever so easy. ever so easy. You can send an email to Gaz, G-A-Z,
Gars.
mymac.com, or on the Twitter's Twitter. You can contact me on the X Twitter. I assume it's x.com/Gazmaz, G-A-Z-M-A-Z. You can also contact me on the other socials, which is Counter Social and Mastodon. On Mastodon, you can contact me at gazmaz@c.im. What else am I on? Oh, there's also Guy and Gaz on the X Twitter, which is whatever it is, Guy and Gaz, GUYANDGAZZ.
Gars.
You can also send an email to feedback@mymac.com. That's FWDBACK at mymac.com.
mymac.com.
Have you finished?
Yeah. I'm
Who
good.
the hell even knows who this guy is?
They don't.
It's such a classic guy line.
Guy, we need to talk.
Yeah.
Wait, you let who kiss you?
Guy.
Guy.
Guy?
Guy. Have a good one, guy.
Just who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
By being the good guy.
Thanks, guy.
You said it, guy. You got it, guy.
What more could a guy want?
I don't know.
Nor do I.
His name was Guy.
Guy.
Guy?
An email from Guy.
No fooling.
No, there we go. I can't continue without the no fooling there at the end.
No,
of
I
it.
know you can't. I know you can't.
It's so hard. You can send me an email to
Which one do you want?
Guy.
This one. You can send Guy an email to
Guy?
at mymac.com. I've kind of let the podcast at vertshark.com lapse because it was costing me money and nobody was using it anyway. So it's like, oh, screw that noise. You can also reach me.
Can I get rid of all them? Can I get rid of all those Jaws clips then?
No. It'll come back because there's still the website. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. On X Twitter, I am both Mac Pettit and VertShark. There you go. See? And of course, there is the vertshark.com website that is still so woefully behind everything else in the world today. I will eventually get that caught up. I am also Mac Pettit over there on the Counter Socials and Mac Pettit at mastodon.social. And so many different ways. We have a Skype telephone number, Gaz.
We don't.
We do. We don't. It is a wonderful number. As Mr. Lawrence Welk used to say, and nobody knows who that is today. But if you did know, he would say that number is area code 703-436-9501. That number again, Mr. Gaz, is 10+1 out of the United States, 703-436-9501. Or if a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 are a real problem for you, then just go right to the Skype application and dial 703-436-9501. But that is not the only way. It's not the only number, Gaz. There's one more number, and you know what it is.
If you want the easy way, folks, just go Google voice number 703-828-4677. Simpler, shorter.
It kind of is. Now, I would like to say to all of you, thank you. Thank you for your kindness and your patience. As these shows have become a little sporadic over the last few weeks, we really, really do appreciate your patience. And we do, especially when you download and listen.
Just burst me eardrum.
Sorry. To the MyMac.com podcast. And Gaz, I think that we're good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're smart enough. Okay. And that doggone it, Woof, woof, woof. That wonderful pup. People like us.
Why did the bicycle fall over?
Tell me.
Because it was too tired. End.
I get jokes.
So you can all go home and there's nothing to worry about. Get out of here now. Go on. Go on home and go home.